Well, yesterday Atalanta held a meeting and they came to a consensus of deciding the realistic evaluation or asking price of Rasmus Hojlund according to the board of Atalanta, as they referred it to the demand of the centre forward known as Rasmus Hojlund, the Danish who is really taking part into the Euro qualifiers for Denmark. Welcome to United Matters channel. A bid expected to have come in from Man United was rejected by Atalanta. That's it. A bid was rejected, and now we are going to give you whole information as far as that story is really concerned. Welcome to United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where you're watching us from? Rokan David is my name. You can call me RD, and obviously this is the channel that strictly does Manchester United news, guys. So smash the like button close to 300 times, and obviously let's continue really spreading the love, because the more you subscribe, the more you like the video, the more it goes viral. And don't forget to subscribe. How do you subscribe? Lower right bottom corner is the place to be. Smash the black button that has the word subscribe. After smashing it, hit the notification bell that will enable you get notified every time we upload a video onto our YouTube channel. We are discussing Mason Mount and what is the latest update concerning Mason Mount after the first bid was rejected, and we are here to bring you a list of players that United have said bye-bye to, whose contracts are coming to an end on the 30th of this month, or a fortnight from now. I saw this story coming in from MailSport that this week Atalanta held a meeting when it was decided they would demand close to £86 million or 100 million euros for Rasmus Hojlund. With interest in Hojlund so high and quality centre forwards in short supply, Atalanta believe their 86 million valuation is reflective of the current market. And this is where I don't agree with Atalanta. No one will tell you and confirm to you that there is what we call scarcity into the center forward market. I think for the very first time in the history of the world, we are having close to 10 quality center forwards on the market. Harry Kane, Kylian Mbappe, Osimhen, Dusan Vlahovic, Goncalo Ramos, there is who else? Randall Kolmoani, there is Rasmus Hojlund, Benjamin Šeško, Lautaro Martinez. Who else? So we are having close to 10 quality center forwards on the market, and let them not brag about that. You know, I understand why this value has been attached to the price tag of Rasmus Hojlund. You know why? It is simple that these people of Atalanta have not sold very many players to Man United. So what they did as the board, they had to really consult other owners of those clubs that have gone ahead to sell players to Man United on how United acts. We all know our history of renegotiating such deals is really weird. Very, very weird and very unwelcoming. You know, look at the deal of Fred. Buying Fred at £53 million. That was an absolute theft, you know? Absolute steal, you know, from Shakhtar Donetsk. You can't tell me that you paid £52 million for Fred. I think it came in 2018. Those are 8 years back. By that time, at £53 million, you could get the best of the world at your team, because Man City brought in Rodri at like £63 million, and you see what Rodri is doing at Man City. Those are the kind of players you'd get in at like £53 million. So they've gone ahead to make consultations, and they've told them, no, if you're wanting 60 or 50, United can give you 80. I can really tell you here that if another team goes in to negotiate the deal of Rasmus Hojlund, you know, and they come to compromise, they can get him at like £50 million. That's it. They can get him at that amount of money. But because United is in, and they know that we are bad at negotiations, though we've not yet tested the new football director of negotiations, Matt Judge, but previously it's not Matt Judge, it's Matt Hargreaves, because the one he replaced was called Matt Judge, and this one is Matt Hargreaves. Because our history on making such decisions on players is really bad, then they're really using that as a yardstick to come through and obviously take us for granted. And today, I take this as a good story. It shows you that we are really interested in the player. Now, Toto, Atalanta, obviously it's reporting direct from Atalanta, Italy, has told us that in the past few hours, Atalanta have rejected the first offer from the EPL worth 35 million euros for Rasmus Hojlund. It was most likely formulated by Man United. The offer was returned to the sender. The basis said is that of 50 million euros with bonuses to arrive at a total of around 70 to 80 million euros. Now, when you look at the Daily Mail, they are telling us that the price set is 100 million euros. Now, when you look at Toto Atalanta, they are telling us 70 to 80. Now, who is who? Who is who? So, that means a bid put in of 35 million euros by a team from England, which is Man United, is 15 million euros less than the amount of money they really anticipate. And I think United should get this out of the way. 35 million euros, make it 50, and bonuses from 70 to 80 million euros. He's still young. He's still young. Even if you put in a clause that he wins the Ballon d'Or, we get you 5 million pounds, that is okay, because if you are to distribute 30 million euros in this deal, they are easily distributable. Why? Qualify for every time we qualify for the Champions League, even before we qualify for the Champions League, if he plays 60% of the games of the team of United, 5 million euros. If he scores 20 goals, 5 million euros. If we win the Premier League, 5 million euros. If we qualify for the Champions League, 5 million euros. That is 20 million euros. Then, if we win the Champions League, if we ever win the Champions League with him, 5 million euros. That is 25. And lastly, if he ever wins a golden boot into the Premier League, 5 million euros. That's it. Done and dusted. I don't want us to complement issues because Erik ten Hag wants a centre forward. He wants 2 midfielders. He wants a right-sided centre back. He wants a goalkeeper. You know, let's not complicate these things. Let's not complicate these things because these are easy deals to be done. How can you take forever to negotiate a deal of Rasmus Hojlund with Atalanta? You know, it's a matter of putting them there and agree with them that you are a team in Italy. Obviously, we are giving you Rasmus Hojlund, and we have some quality players that we can give you, you know, on loan. That can also be seen as an option. So, one thing that you need to know that the world is looking at is Rasmus Hojlund. And the moment we take long not getting this deal out of the way, the moment other people are going to come in through and obviously make this bid. Trust me, if a team comes in through and tells Atalanta, we are giving you 35 million euros with a resale back price to you, a team that is like Benfica, you know, a team like maybe Brentford, they're going to argue with that deal because they know he's going to go there, fire all cylinders, and the player will go for like 120 million pounds, and they'll get more 36 million pounds from the deal. So let's hurry up. And to show you that United is really so much interested and keen on this player, as today Denmark plays into their game against Northern Ireland, Man United will be in the stands tonight to observe Rasmus Hojlund against Northern Ireland. That's how good it is down there in Denmark, that the scouts of United are going to observe him. And however much they're observing him, they already know what he brings on the table. That's the beauty of this young man. He brings you goals. He brings you what we call being clinical. He brings you composure, you know. He brings you threat at goal. He's a ball-playing center forward and he's left-footed. And in the world, and in the football world, you know how good these left-footed center forwards are. And he's really one of those that you guys have to watch. Today, at around 15 minutes to 10 p.m., you can tune in and obviously watch Denmark take on Northern Ireland. I think he's going even to score more, according to me. He's going to score more. He might even bang in a hat-trick because Northern Ireland is a joke, and they can obviously go ahead and obviously score very many goals. From Rasmus Hojlund, let's get on to Mason Mount. Mirror, This is Chris Wilder of the Daily Mail, has told us that Man United are expected to pay in the region of £60 million for Mason Mount. Why should we pay £60 million for Mason Mount? We shouldn't. We shouldn't pay that amount of money to Mason Mount. We should pay 50. And this is where negotiation skills come in. You are negotiating with a team that wants to sell players before 30th of June to really balance up their books to sign up Moise Caicedo and other players, and you want to offer them £60 million. Tell them it's a leave it or take it bid. £50 million. If you're not taking it, we are out of this deal. That's it. They'll have to run for that money. They have to run for that money because they are having a fortnight left to balance up their books. That's why they want to sell Kai Havertz to Arsenal. And then Rob Dawson, United correspondent for the ESPN, Manchester United are set to make a second bid for Mason Mount. They're hoping to agree a fee of around £50 million and won't stretch as far as £70 million. That's my team. That's my team. We cannot pay £60 million for Mason Mount, a player that is left with the on his contract, and we can even get him on a free. If they consist onto that, let's move on to the next midfielder. Get him in. After getting him in, we just find ourselves in a position of really waiting for him and tell him that next season, come in on a free and you're going to get you. Chelsea will get frustrated because the player is not sold on an idea of staying at Chelsea, and he wants out. He wants out and is forcing a move because he wants to be taken in the Euros and he wants to be at Man United. Ten Hag has promised him ample playing time. And if I told Man United, I can go in for Moise Caicedo. £70 million, we negotiate with Brighton and we get that player. That's it. If they are wanting £70 million for Mason Mount, we should take that money to Brighton and really hijack the deal of Chelsea, because Chelsea are doing a lot, and us going in through and negotiating with Brighton will threaten Chelsea, because the money Chelsea is supposed to pay to get in Moise Caicedo should come from Man United and Arsenal. And secondly, Chelsea's negotiations with Brighton are going to be hard. Why? Brighton want Colwill. They've made two bids, one of £30 million and 40. Chelsea have rejected them. And Chelsea is going to have to agree personal terms and everything with Moise Caicedo. But they have a very hefty journey ahead of them. It's a very big hill or mountain ahead of them to negotiate this deal, to see to it that they convince Brighton to give them Moise Caicedo, because Brighton will tell them, you are taking Moise Caicedo, get us Levi Colwill and such amount of money. If not, we are out of business. That's it. So if they are saying that for Mason Mount, let's threaten them. Let's go for Moise Caicedo. They'll do the needful and obviously get us the player, like they did with Arsenal. Arsenal was told, you're going to pay £75 million for Kai Havertz. Arsenal told them, we are not going to pay that amount of money, and they pressed their button of Moise Caicedo. And Chelsea wanted Moise Caicedo. And Chelsea got to know that Arsenal could really take Moise Caicedo, and Moise Caicedo was sold onto an idea to go on and play at Arsenal. So what they did was to negotiate. They let Moise Caicedo alone. After letting Moise Caicedo alone, now they are willing to really negotiate onto that fee, and Arsenal is set to make their first bid of Kai Havertz. So I think we should take that tactic of Arsenal, and Chelsea will go on their knees. Lastly, there is a long list of players that United have gone ahead to release, and it has been released right about now from the website of Man United. Official, the following players are leaving the club this month at the end of their contracts: Phil Jones, Axel Tuanzebe, Ethan Galbraith, Dishoni Bernard, Eric Hanbury, Charlie Wellens, Manny Knockett. That is it. That's the list released by the website of Man United that these players are really leaving. So guys, your thoughts on Rasmus Hojlund first bid rejected by Atalanta are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about United's bid or second bid for Mason Mount? How much do you think it should be? And lastly, the players released, do you think there is one that would have gone ahead to keep? I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. May the living God touch you all. Muslims, may Allah touch you all and bless you. And thank you for really being supportive on this channel. I really love your your zeal to keep watching in, and don't forget to really subscribe. Me out for now.